Ready.
Here with Nelly Korda, grounded out 468 today. I know a couple blips on the card there, but pretty solid day overall. Just evaluate your round.
Yeah, it was windy early on. It was kind of sporadically windy, but then I guess once I got over a couple of my shots, the winds died. So those were my like two really big mistakes. Obviously, I 3-putted one because it's kind of grainy this year, and I didn't hit it too solid off the fairway. But other than that, I gave myself some good looks at birdie, some that I didn't convert as well. So I think those are positives going into the next 3 days.
How do you kind of temper your expectations when those kinds of things happen? When the wind dies and you're over a shot and you clubbed up because the wind's going to blow?
Yeah, obviously you're a little upset. You just try to make the most of your situation. I actually saved like close to a 20-footer for a bogey on number 2. So I was like, yeah. So in a sense, like that was a positive. I did strike it well. It's just, it happens out here. I mean, you have the trees around where you're feeling the gust on the fairway, and then when you hit it, it's kind of protected around the green, and it doesn't really hit it, or you hit it too low because you're trying to kind of force it under the wind. So that's just kind of the thing about being aggressive in this wind, is that sometimes you kind of get screwed.
And finally, I mean, it makes sense that you play so well here, being a Florida girl and being familiar with these conditions. But what is it about Tiburon in particular? There's not a lot of teeth in this golf course, but I know the greens get pretty tricky.
Correct, yeah. Fairways, the thing is, like with my distance, like let's say 17, like that water comes into play. Or like a lot of par 5s, I actually, because of my length, I have to thread it as well. So it's like, yes, there's an advantage to being long, but you first got to hit the shot to have that advantage. So I would say, like, if you're striking it well on this golf course, you will have a couple looks here and there that are a little bit shorter than maybe the other girls if you're longer, but you still got to hit the shots. So yeah, I like playing on Bermuda, playing on the Bermuda grass, obviously on the green. I grew up on it, so I'm used to it.
Awesome. Bethann?
When you make a bogey putt like that, does it almost feel like a birdie? Like,
Yeah, you're like, thank God. Yeah.
what would you say? You hit 14 fairways today. Do you tinker that much with your driver? Have you been using the same driver for a long time?
No, I actually switched drivers the week of, so I had the TSI 1 Titleist the week of pretty much all last year, and to, Arkansas. And that's where TaylorMade guys, JJ, came out from Titleist. Oh my God. Titleist came out. Can we scratch that?
Edit that,
Titleist, JJ from Titleist came out and fitted me for the TSR one that was just launching that week, and I gained a good bit of distance because I was hitting that TSI one really good, but my spin was too high. But since I was hitting fairways, I didn't really mind because it took me so long to find a driver, and they did so well by fitting me in a really good driver that when I tried the TSR, like, I just immediately loved it, and I actually picked up some roll, and I got the spin down, and yeah, I'm hitting it a little further.
What is a little further?
Probably like, I would say 5 yards, 10 yards, which makes a difference. I mean, if you get a hole that's downwind, your spin's less, I mean, and it shoots on you, I mean, that's a club or almost 2 sometimes.
Yeah. Just my last question. You talked about being mentally fatigued at times in the year. How do you feel now from the neck up?
I was tired yesterday during the pro, and thank God we were in carts. I really enjoyed the being in carts during the pro-am. And then I just take it easy. I know that this is a kind of a long week, so I've just kind of been taking it easy, not trying to overdo it.
But you feel fresh in a way, and
Yeah, I feel
mentally.
good.
I mean,
yeah, I feel good.
Maybe a win helps that.
Yeah, I guess. I've always said, like, it's super hard to win back to back, and hats off to the people that do, because it is really hard. But yeah, I feel okay.
But you've done that before.
I have, yeah. I thought it was like impossible because I always played so bad the week after. So hopefully I don't this week. But yeah, we'll see.
Awesome. Off to a good start. Thank you.
Thank you.